Ever been at a slot machine and felt that pull? That you were so close to the jackpot? That feeling was not an accident. It was a carefully designed feature. And here's the part they don't want you to know. The gambling industry has poured millions into making sure losing feels almost as good as winning. We're about to show you exactly how they hijack your brain's reward system. This isn't a game of chance. It's a game of control. And today, you're going to learn the rules. A casino is one of the most meticulously engineered environments on Earth. Every element, from the carpet to the sounds of the machines, is optimized to separate you from your money for as long as possible. This is an expose on that architecture of manipulation. They've built a world where your own biology is turned against you, flooding your brain with powerful chemicals linked to pleasure and addiction. By the end of this, you won't see a slot machine as just a game, but as a sophisticated piece of hardware programmed to exploit the wiring of the human mind. The architecture of entrapment before you even make a bet. The manipulation has already started. The second you walk into a casino, you're in their world. You will rarely see a clock. Windows are scarce, so you can't see day turn to night. The goal is to make it incredibly easy to lose track of hours. The layout itself is often a confusing maze, with winding paths and no clear lines of sight to the exits. But here's where it gets worse. This isn't bad design. It's a strategy to keep you on the gaming floor. Even the decor is part of the plan. Those famously gaudy carpets are chosen to be psychologically stimulating, creating a high-energy environment that discourages rest. Add in the constant symphony of celebratory jingles, and you have a full-on sensory assault designed to overwhelm your rational mind and keep your emotional, impulsive brain in charge. The near miss effect. Now for the single most powerful trick in the gambling playbook, the near miss. This is that heart-stopping moment when the reels line up and the final jackpot symbol stops just one position away. That feeling of being agonizingly close isn't random. It's a programmed feature. Here's where your brain betrays you the most. Brain imaging research shows a near miss activates the same pleasure centers as an actual win. This triggers a release of dopamine, the feel-good chemical, creating a potent desire to immediately try again. The machine says you lost, but your brain is screaming that you almost won. And here's the part almost nobody realizes. Slot machines are deliberately programmed to produce these near-miss events far more often than they would occur by chance, transforming a string of losses into a thrilling experience that keeps you hooked. Losses disguised as wins, LDWs. If the near-miss is their sniper rifle, losses disguised as wins, or LDWs, are their machine gun. This next trick is borderline insidious. You're playing a multi-line slot, betting $1. The reels spin, the machine erupts with lights and triumphant sounds. You've won, but your win is only 50 cents. You just lost money, yet the machine is celebrating. Most players think they're winning. Here's the disturbing truth. The celebratory feedback triggers a dopamine release, making you feel like you're winning even as your balance is steadily draining away. This blurs the line between winning and losing, conditioning your brain to associate financial loss with the feeling of victory. Think about that, you're literally celebrating losing. They hacked your brain so well that failure feels like success. It's a chillingly effective strategy. If this is clicking, keep watching. The next trick is the most dangerous one, and it's the fundamental principle behind all addiction. The unpredictable drug. Variable ratio reinforcement. Why is gambling so much more addictive than a job with a predictable paycheck? The answer is a psychological principle called a variable ratio reinforcement schedule. The rewards are unpredictable. You never know which spin pays out. And here's the part casinos never want you to realize. This unpredictability is the core engine of gambling addiction. B.F. Skinner's famous experiments proved that a pigeon that gets food on a random schedule will peck manically and relentlessly. The uncertainty itself becomes the driver. This is exactly what happens in a casino. Your brain gets hooked not on winning, but on the anticipation of winning. The what if is where the real neurochemical rushes. This creates an incredibly powerful compulsion loop. The cue, the action, and the unpredictable reward that is designed to be as hard to break as possible. The illusion of control. This is the trick that makes smart people go broke. Humans have a natural desire to feel in control, and casinos exploit this with the illusion of control, giving you the sense that your skill can influence a purely random outcome. Think about craps, where you throw the dice, or blackjack, where you decide to hit or stand. On a slot machine, even letting you press a button to stop the reels creates a powerful illusion that your timing matters, when the outcome was already determined by a random number generator. This is why gamblers think they're strategizing, but they're actually being puppeteered. It feeds the gambler's fallacy, the mistaken belief that a string of losses makes a win more likely. The casino doesn't have to do anything. They just provide the tools that allow your brain to fool itself into chasing losses. The sobering reality, the human cost of the hijacking. These psychological tricks are the engine of a multi-billion-dollar industry with devastating consequences. But here's the most disturbing part. The cost isn't just financial. A landmark Swedish study found that individuals with a gambling disorder are up to 15 times more likely to die by suicide than the general population. For men with a gambling addiction, the average debt can run between $55,000 and $90,000. Slot machines are often considered the most addictive form of gambling, with some data suggesting that about 75% of American problem gamblers play them. The dopamine highs of the casino are always followed by the crushing lows of reality, a cycle that can feel impossible to escape. Casinos don't sell gambling, they sell dopamine. From the moment you walk in, the gambling experience is a masterclass in psychological manipulation. They disorient you, hook you with the near miss, blur the line between winning and losing, addict you to anticipation, and give you a false sense of control. This wasn't built by accident. It is a deliberate and immensely profitable business model designed to short-circuit your rational brain. The phrase "the house always wins" isn't just about math. It's about a deep understanding of human psychology. And that's the final twist. Once you see the mechanics, the illusion collapses. Knowledge is the armor that protects you. The only guaranteed way to win against a system designed for you to lose is to understand the real game being played, and to make the choice to not be a pawn in it. Which of these psychological tricks do you find the most insidious? Let us know in the comments below. And if you think this information is important, please share this video. Finally, and most importantly, if you or someone you care about is struggling with gambling, please know you are not alone and help is available. You can reach out to the National Council on Problem Gambling's confidential 24-hour helpline. We will leave links and phone numbers in the description. Recognizing the problem is the first and most courageous step toward taking back control.